Hi guys, this is Deepak. Welcome on my channel. This is my channel Everything Technical. Please subscribe my channel. And now on today's date, I have come with the new topic that called LVM. So first of all, we have to know what is LVM. Like LVM, we have to expand the LVM. What it is? It is a short form. So LVM stands for Logical Volume Management. So what it is does? What the mean? So if I want to say the meaning of the LVM, so it is I'll directly tell like I'll think LVM means allocating of the days, resizing of the days. This we have to come under the LVM. Stripping, monitoring, allocating days, resizing volume managers. These will comes as a under LVM. So what it is, let's see. And before creating a LVM, we have to know what the necessary file and what we have to do. What comes under the LVM, we have to know about that. Then we can easily create a LVM. So we'll see in this video what the fields and what the requirements of this. So start with this three fields. So if you want to create a LVM, so there will come as a three fields that call PV, VG and LV. PV is a physical volume. That what is physical volume? Simply a physical volume that we are using hard disk. What hard disk, like how many hard disks we are using into convert into the LVM. That is physical volume, that particular pen drives we are telling that physical volume. For example, I have a pen drive. I have pen drive 1, pen drive 2, pen drive 3. These three I have pen drive, and these three pen drive sizes 8 GB. This 8 GB of all. This is 8 GB of the pen drive. I have these three pen drives now. So these three pen drives I'll convert into the PV, like physical volume. I create a physical volume of that particular pen drive. So I have one pen drive, so that I'll create that PV1. Second pen drive I'll create the PV2, and third pen drive I'll create it in a PV3. So these pen drives, like I have three pen drives, I've converted into the PVs. So these PVs, the size is 8 GB, 8 GB and 8 GB. Now second fields come as a VG, so volume group. So what is volume group? Collection of the volume group. This is a collection of the PVs that call volume group. So like what it is? So collection, it's like size, like we can adding all three pen drives. We are creating this, like we are adding this pen drive in a all these. So it is a physical. It's things basically. It is a physical one. I have say like separately. I have three pen drives, three hard disks. So I am just merging all these three pen drives in a single partition that calls VG, volume group. So after collecting these three PVs size in a VG, it will become a single partition that call as a VG. We are telling it is a partition. So the name of that areas that we call VG. It is a become as a VG of the collecting of three PVs, and the size will come as a 24 GB. I have just collect all these three PV size in a single size. This will come as a VG1, and the size will come as a 24 GB. Now third field is come as a LV. So LV, what is a LV? Like we are creating, after creating a VG, we are creating we are giving a partition. We are creating a partition of that VGs in a multiple partitions that calls a LV. So now here I have created the size of the 4 GB. These are the 4 GB of the size of the LV1. I have created the size of the LV1. I have created one. Now I have one more. I have created one more partition. The size of this partition is 6 GB. Suppose I have created this as a in a 6 GB, and this come as a LV2. Now I have created this, but what is used? I have just used this in a 24 GB only. So now here, this is the main things here. If suppose I have created this LV as a 4 GB, in future I have used this 4 GB all this space. I have used this 4 GB. I have given the all datas, like I have just using this hard disk. I am just putting the data in this hard disk. So in this partition, not in this hard disk, in this partition I am putting the data, and this data going to, sorry, this partition going to full. Now what I have to do, I want to use, like I want to put the data in this partition only. I want to put more data in this partition. So if it is an LV, so we can easily extend this partition. In future I can extend this partition so easily. I can extend 1 GB 2 GB, is as per depend on the size of the VG. So before that I have used as a 4 GB 6 GB, so that become as a 10 GB. So remaining I have 14 GBs of that size. Like I have 14 GB more size in this partition, so I have to just add 1 GB. So I can add 1 GB 2 GB or 4 GB. It's depend on the VGs. So I'll just simply use this as a how we can use it. So after extending the partition, it will become as a 4 GB or 1 5 GB. LV1 become as a 5 GB. In future I have created this partition as a 6 GB, but it is not in used, it is not going to use. So I'll just create in a like I can reduce this partition. And in future I have one more pen drives, and that I have created into PV4. I have PV4 and the size is also 8 GB. Now I want to add 20 in a VG. I want to add more size. Like this is going to some less of this space, so I want to add more size in this VG. So I can easily add this. I can extend the VG and I can use this PV also. Like this PV I can connect into the VG, and I can apply this as a 8 more GBs in this, so it will become as a 32 GB. So basically I can extend this partition easily. Now with the advantages, I can extend the partition, I can collect a multiple partition, and in future I can extend the partition of the LV, VG, and LV and VG we can easily extend. And if we want to reduce this partition, we can easily reduce this partition. These are the advantages of the LV, which is not getting in normal partition. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and wait for the second video. You will get as a second video how we can create a partition in practical way. Like how we can create a LVM in a practical way, how we can create a partition, how we can extend the partition, how we can reduce the partition, how we can remove the partition of the LVM. So we'll see in this next video. Please subscribe my channel and thank you for watching this video.